Yeah.
78-68 win for the Redbirds. We have Shannon Dow, who had 28 points and climbed to 604 points for the season, which now ranks 4th on the ISU single-season scoring list.
Period, Shanny.
Elise Knutson, 16 points, 4 threes, and then Addison Martin, 12 points, 4 rebounds. We'll take a statement from Coach G to open us up.
I told our team I'll remember this game for the rest of my life. It was just I cannot thank Illinois Wesleyan enough to making this happen. And I know Leanna Bordner played a big role in this, but it took both parties coming together and a lot of probably extra work. So we are just so grateful that they allowed this to happen. And then our town, I mean, what an unbelievable atmosphere. And that's what these women deserved. I thought it was a great college game, but I'm just could not be more proud of our group. You know, we are really resilient, and I think our league prepares. You know, they cut it to 3, but there was no wavering. There was no fear. We have been there, done that before, and it was just Shannon was outstanding, but Ads had some great plays. E's threes in the second half. I just could go. Anibe had some big plays. Tristan, it was definitely a team win, and I mean, we get to extend our season. You know, by the time we play, there's going to be less than 20, probably 20 teams that are still playing, and we're one of them, and we know that is a privilege.
Addison, you know the Wildcats probably better than anybody else, having played them yourself or played with them yourself. What was the key to beating them tonight?
Honestly, we just had to guard the line. I mean, that's what they like to do is just get a bunch of threes and shoot a bunch of layups. So just guarding the line was, honestly our big key. And then also rebounding. They crashed all 5, so that was really huge as well. So box outing, rebounding, and then pushing in and going.
Addison, the emotions of playing your former team, was that a factor at all? Did you cast that aside right away?
Yeah, I think once tip-off happened, I was okay. I was a little nervous at first, but, I just came in here and coach is just treat it as another game, just another opponent. And so that's just kind of what I thought of, and I just went out there and did what I know how to.
Kristen, the other 3 quarters were very even, but the third quarter was where you made up ground. What did you feel was the key to that third quarter?
I thought we really guarded. We rebounded well, and then we got out in transition. I thought we did a nice job of finding E. They were pressing a little bit. We took advantage of that. We shared the ball, but it was, everyone just kind of taking what the defense gave us. And, I know you asked Ads about that, but the cool thing is, I think our teammates would tell you, Ads is kind of the heart and soul of how we operate. And she may have thought it was another game, but I know there was 13 young women in that locker room that were going to do anything it takes to make sure we won for her. And that's the cool thing. It's not about one person, but, that just shows how much everyone in our program loves this one to the right. So.
And at least the third quarter there, I know this is the first game with ISU or in your whole career where you might have started a little slow, but then got going again. Tell me about that little stretch in the third quarter where you hit the 3 threes.
Really just didn't want my last game to be at the Shirk Center, if I'm going to be honest. But I just got to my spot, and they found me, and when we were able to get stops on defense, that kind of, motivated us on offense. But, again, did not want my last game to be here if that was any motivation at all.
Did you feel the shooting touch come back to you?
Yeah, a little bit. Might have been having some flashbacks, but good ones. So, but, just glad to get this win for Ads and our team and to keep playing, so.
Shannon, could the team feel the energy of the crowd?
Yeah, I definitely think so. And the football sorry, can you not hear me? And the football team, we always appreciate when they come. But yes, we could feel the energy, and we really feed off the energy.
Shannon, what did you feel was the key to the third quarter when the team kind of took control?
I really feel like it was breaking the press and getting into our stuff faster. And we had really good set execution in that little period.
And Kristen, the fourth quarter, I think you probably had half your total turnovers in the fourth quarter. Was that a little fatigue from facing that press the whole game?
It was definitely not on the game plan to turn it over. I just said it. We must want the fans to not to leave early or something. It was. I think when we go back and watch the film, some of the passes, they were fatigued. We were a second late. We were delayed. It was the right idea. It was about a half a second too late. And they are a really well-coached, really aggressive team. So with how they were guarding our posts, you have like a second to a window to get it, and we were just a little delayed, but I think it was definitely fatigued. But like I said, there was no panic in our eyes. We've been through so many things this season that has helped prepare us for this, to be honest.
So you're trying to hype up the Bloomington faithful, tell them to come back on Monday for a game. Tell us why they should come back.
I mean, it's been a while since an Illinois State, women's team has played at home this late in March. And if anyone has watched us, I think they know our team plays the right way. These are 14 of the finest student athletes that Illinois State has, and we play the game the right way. I think they're great role models. That's the fun thing. It's fun to see new families in the crowd, and who doesn't want to be playing, this late? And it's a privilege. And our program has been built in this grassroots, like just getting people, if we can get people out to our games, they usually come back. So that would be my ask. If you haven't seen us, you got one more chance, or maybe another one. But we would love to have everyone out Monday night. You got one?
Do you have one?
No, I don't.
I just want to thank you all for being here. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Post-game following the Super 16 in WNIT, Illinois State victorious 78-68 over Abilene Christian. We're joined by the Wildcats, Coach Goodenough, alongside Peyton Hull and Bella Earl. Coach, an opening statement.
Heck of a game. We knew that it would be. Illinois State has so many talented players. Their starters are really, really good. I feel like our starters are really good. We knew it would be a big battle, and the games that we have a lot of success in, we generally have like 4 players scoring in double digits, and throughout their season they've kind of done the same thing, and we weren't able to get that 4th double-digit score tonight. I thought the third quarter was definitely all about Illinois State, and they did a great job, I thought, getting offensive rebounds, kicking out to wide open shooters. They made the most of their offensive rebounds. If you look at the stats, that's a category they beat us in, and took advantage of some of our defensive lapses. But I can't say enough about our team, the leadership of Bella Earl, just being able to coach a few more games with Peyton Hull. She was, took a vacation for like 6 or 7 weeks, and it was great to get her back. And we just feel like it's such a blessing to be able to be in the WNIT and to be able to play 3 more games. We did not perform very well in the WAC tournament, and we knew we had an outside chance to get in the WNIT. And when we told our team that, I mean, they were just ecstatic and just so thankful to get to play together as this team. Teams change so much year to year, and this 24-25 team has been a really special one that will go down in the history books. At ACU, it's the furthest in postseason play any team has ever gone, and so we have a lot to be proud of. I thought we just let the third quarter get away from us tonight, and but to a really good team. We wish them all the best, and what an environment today. And I really am proud of the way our players handled it. I mean, red all around us, right on top of us. Got to be proud of the home crowd for coming out today and cheering on the Redbirds. So really great environment. Can't say enough about our team, just the way they carried themselves today. And what a fun season it has been to coach this group. They have embraced team first wins about as much as you can. They're all about what do I need to do to help the team win. It has not been about individual stats or individual accolades. This has been about how can we help our team be successful. And as a head coach, those are the most fun teams that you could possibly coach.
That'll open up the questions.
Peyton, obviously, your team does shoot a lot of threes, but you seem to have a lot of success driving to the basket today, too. What was kind of making that possible?
I always tell myself if I'm not shooting well, I'm getting a bucket either way, driving to the basket. There's some shots I shot were not very good, kind of forced, but my mindset is if I'm not shooting well from behind the arc, I'm going into the paint and getting a bucket. So.
And Bella, there in the fourth quarter, the team got within three. Did you feel like you really had the momentum at that point and were close to really turning that game around?
Yeah, to piggyback up off of what Coach Goodenough said, it's really hard to play against a team where like the fans are just right on top of you and all you see is their colors are screaming at you. And so whenever we were down by I think 11 or 12, I think we just like kicked it in gear and we were just telling each other like we're not going to lose this game. And so we just were there for each other, getting steals, getting really big stops. And so I think that's what really pushed the momentum, just being there for each other and wanting it bad. But yeah, I think we did have the momentum there for a little bit there, but they knocked down some great shots and took advantage of missed rebounds on our part. And so.
And Coach Shannon Dow was able to score in a variety of ways. What kind of challenges did she give your team?
Yeah, to be honest, I think we just lost her a few times. And, in the first half, I think she hit 3 threes in the first half, and that has not really been her go-to shot. And so we were like, we can't lose her. You got to see ball, see girl. But really talented player. I guess she's like a sophomore. Like she's got some great years ahead of her. But she took 20 shots today, and that's what you want your best scoring threat to do, to go try to get buckets. So I thought she played phenomenal today.
Coach, when you look at that fourth quarter going in trailing by 10 and you cut the deficit to 3, do you think that's kind of like a microcosm in a sense of how this past 2 weeks have gone, where you think the season's over and then you come back and you get to extend the season to a historical finish that has been accomplished in the team's history? How do you think that fourth quarter kind of reflected the fight that we've seen from this team?
Yeah, this team is like no surrender, no retreat. It doesn't matter what the score is, and that's what we talked about going into the fourth. Like, who cares? It's 10 points. Like, we can get right back into this with our defense and executing on offense. So, it wasn't like anybody had their heads down. They were just ready to get back out there and fight and correct some errors that we had in the third quarter. They really controlled, the 10 minutes of the third quarter, and so I felt like, our players, they came back with resiliency and that toughness that we've seen all season.
Awesome. Anybody have anything else?
Coach, before I let you go, what are you most proud of with this group?
I think just the fact that nobody cared about them getting credit or accolades. Nobody cared about that. They loved each other in the locker room. They loved each other outside the locker room. We didn't have any kind of cliques. We didn't have any mean girls this year. It was just so fun. And for me, I've been doing this a long time, and this team really, I think they gave me a ton of energy. They really revived me. And just make me want to do this for a long time. And I love Abilene Christian, and I believe in everything that Abilene Christian stands for, and the culture of our program is about godly women striving for excellence. And the players in our locker room, they love Abilene Christian, and they really embrace the culture of the campus and our program. And just such a fun group of young women that love each other, and I think that ACU is proud of our team and the way that we've carried ourselves this year.
Bella Earl, Peyton Hall, Coach Goodenough following 78-68 game in the Super 16 in the WNIT. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Yeah.